Hi there, this is Carina Alyce, and I'm a member of Wide for the Win, and with the permission of the admin team, we're going to show you a little bit more about how Google appears to desktop readers, especially after the discussion of how to use 3 categories to have your books be found from the interview yesterday with the gentleman from Google. You can find it also on the website here. So just so you know, this is me. And we're going to do some navigation. So thank you, Wide for the Win, for letting us show this off. So here's the Wide for the Win, and that is me, Carina Alyce. So first of all, anybody who's a Wide author needs to have their own set for Wide links, and that happens to be here. It's different websites for your book catalog, which in my case looks like this. Give it a second. Okay. But then everyone should really have their books saved on this page. So the thing that I want you to look at is this book right here. Okay, that cover has an audiobook attached to it, which is going to become important in a little bit. So here we are at the beginning. Let's go to some books. Because you're a reader and you want to buy a book, right? Well, this is the Google front page. When you go to Google Play Books as a reader, whichever account you're signed into, this is what it displays. I tried this on 3 different of my accounts, which have completely different search histories, and I kept coming to this. And keep in mind, we're on Google Chrome right now, which is maximized for Google searches. So there used to be a option to find, like, to drop down menus, because I remember it having to do it over and over again, but there's no genre search anymore. There's ebooks. So Reese Witherspoon is apparently the greatest thing ever. Hi, Reese. And then there's deals, but there's really nothing that you can pick out. They want you to click on certain things, but they don't. And so there's not, it doesn't even offer me a customization option. It doesn't really even suggest anything. So if you click on, so these don't even appear to be clickable. Click where? Click to redeem? I clicked on it. Okay. I don't want to really get that. Okay. So that's it. This is all that's there. Free audiobooks. So audio narrated books. See, they're using their own thing here. So if you made it free, it's possible you will appear here. But they didn't even put prints up of this. So I don't really want to go to see Hindu Tales from Sanskrit. Okay. So as we go back to this front page here on ebooks, if you go to audiobooks, it will show you new releases. It'll give you some more audiobook options. Scroll across, but it's not very specific. And they don't really offer you a place to make it better. See that? Read by the author. So some of these things. So, but once again, and it has scroll bars to the side. So back we go to books. And since you can't find genre, and if you were a reader, you would probably be stuck on this, and none of this is personalized. There's deals, there's new releases in fiction, new releases in nonfiction, but it only shows like 9 books. So since there's no menus, how are people ever going to find you? So there's the search bar on top. And so what the average reader would do, they would either search by title or they would search by genre or something. So in this case, we're going to search for romance. Romance has 8 genre things that used to pop down. They don't do that anymore. This is the only way you can look at romance. There's a side scroller here, but that's it. You can scroll down. It has about 8 categories: contemporary, billionaires, suspense, fantasy, romantic comedy, paranormal. That's it. So if you are action adventure, none of this is showing up because this is how they set this up. There's no way to search for genre. You can look for it. That's it. That's all you can do. So all of these scroll. Hey there, Aaron, right? Good to see you. So, okay. So that is so otherwise your readers are left searching for specific titles and things like that. So let's search sci-fi. Okay. Sci-fi does something similar. It also pops up popular books, and then it does about 8 categories. But that's it. There's a huge number of categories when you do this for the Android app. So if your readers are primarily searching Google on this way, they're going to have a really hard time finding stuff. So, and we can go back, get back. It'll get rid of all of that. You can go backwards. It'll remember where you were and takes you back to this front thing. So the problem is now is that there's no genre searches anymore, really, and the genre searches they do in certain categories are very small. People who are writing young adult, ebooks, audiobooks, nothing else. That's it. You want some medical romance. These were definitely not the ones that were suggested on the other page. And look at this, there's almost no audiobooks in. You want a lesbian romance, cool for them. But again, this is medical romance if you searched for it. But again, there's no easy way except searching these categories. Okay? So what do you do when you want to be found? Well, so the other smaller categories, so if you watch the other video, it shows you how you can search for almost any, that there's a bunch of different genres. So we're just going to use, in my case, since I write firefighter romance, I'm going to pick out firefighter romance. Let's see what happens. So here we are, firefighter romance. And you can see what the things look like, but there's no other way to improve this, but let's see something. So scroll, scroll, scroll. Here's Erin. But look, her audiobook pops up first because there are so many fewer audiobooks. So when someone searches a term that is related to your genre, you might find yourself here. So Erin's book wasn't the first one that was here, but it is the first one here. Now, this becomes important because, so first of all, like you have to make sure, so let's look at Erin's book because she's here and it will suggest keywords and stuff like that in genres, and now they're suggesting only 3, but it only gives the option of series and the option of romance. Those are the only 2 things it's noticing anymore to send you to. It did offer the option, though, of reading the series and other books by Erin, though. Okay, so here's where it gets more interesting, though. Okay, so remember how I said they don't care about audiobooks, like the audiobooks don't care who narrated it? Just so you know, they don't actually care who narrated it. So if you scroll down for a while and scroll around, scroll, you'll keep scrolling this way and eventually you'll come like 15 pages later to my book, which is right here. But if you scroll once, there is the same book. This, and I'm right next to Erin. This one is computerized narration. Can't tell the difference, but it moved me up to a bunch of the charts sooner. So unfortunately, though, a lot of people are probably experiencing something related similar to this because they've lost the ability to pull down the genre categories. Young adult authors, as I said before, it'll scroll, but let's see how long it takes for us to find one of these audiobooks pictured down there. This Brian Rathbone, those 2, at least those kind of eventually came together. Oh, there they are, right there, see? So having an audiobook makes you more available. So that's, if you had people who used to use Google Desktop before when we had drop downs, all that stuff is gone. That's really annoying. All right, hope that helps you out and gives you some information on what's been going on. So Google has put a lot more time into their mobile platform than they did this actual desktop version. So your mobile readers will have an easier time because there are other ways to see the genres in there, and I set up a separate video for that. Hope you're having a great day and enjoy Wide for the Win. Thank you for letting me be on board.